Yep. So I'm gonna make a tier list on people that I think are pretty good from to D. Anyway, we have Holiday. I think she's still really good. A tier. Nerf. She can't really combo her lasso with her barrels anymore like she used to. Minus 20 damage, but I still think she's really strong. Her gun is still like the best dig, and also the barrels do still hit for a ton. Alright, next up, Billy. Billy got a buff. He was super strong. I'm actually very shocked he got another buff. Basically, I mean, if you get into a burger box with this guy, or like you try to move against him and you don't have warp stone or anything, it's basically over for you. Victor, probably put him down to D. His laning's kind of mediocre. His HP is really bad, and he kind of requires a lot of items to come online to really be good like he used to. Then probably A. She's Crow got obviously heavily nerfed, and she got increased to her spirit damage for her too, so gun Vindicta's going around, but she is still really good out of a character using suppressor with Crow because of the tick. Viper D tier. He's kind of fallen out of the meta completely. I don't think I've seen anyone play this character. Viscus B tier. Right click nerf kind of hit him pretty hard. Not much really else to say. He's still like really solid with cube, and he's still very tanky with ball. Next, Wraith. Probably D. She still requires a lot to come online now compared to everyone else, especially she is a big QSR user as well, so that nerf kind of affects her. Geist A. Super strong. Best person to use Radiant Regen. The item was like built for her. Her laning phase is really good. Ult is like still fantastic, and she can basically 1v1 people and still has the highest base damage amp. McInness, I'll probably put her C tier. She's still kind of like mediocre. She's like not good. Siphon getting nerfed also hit her pretty heavy. Furnace A. Spirit heavy meta right now. Minus 25% spirit damage kind of matters a lot. So it's kind of nice. He also still does really good damage with Flame Dash and Afterburn, even though it did get slightly nerfed. Shiv, put him in S. Chunky Boy meta, and this dude has an execute for percentage. It's just too good for him. Also, he got lots of buffs and also bloodletting. He's kind of leaning more towards a little bit more spirit heavy since he got a spirit buff. So yeah, Shiv's definitely up there. Yama A, still super strong bully. Crazy ult potential with reset and everything whenever you ult. Still become a raid boss. Haze, C tier. I'll move her to B. She's actually really strong still, in my opinion. I think Fury Transfer is just built for her completely. Has really good roam potential too with the Smoke Dagger. Chonky meta, S tier, Mo and Krill. This character can literally build full spirit and you'll like barely put a dent in him. It's actually pretty gross. I think he needs to be nerfed. Aram's S tier. Character also just doesn't die. Also does insane amount of damage. Dorman, B tier. Got nerfed. I mean, the most impressive thing about Dorman was probably his laning phase. So they reduced that, and he kind of is just like weird on his mid game because he needs his knockdown power spike and then the echo shard, and then he feels better. So he just has this really weird mid game. Calico. Yeah, I'll probably move her to A tier. She's a lot better considering like she's been dead for a while. She also does a lot of damage. The surprise burst is always really good. Dynamo, C tier. I mean, the big ults probably is what like most people can play for him. Stomp Dynamo is a little bit harder. I think what the character needs to be buffed to like honestly come up here a little bit more is reduce his cooldown for his ult by a little bit, and then also add his tier 1 or his stomp, the tier 2 to increase all allies damage. And I think the character would be really good. Sinclair, probably B tier. The bolt build's still really good. He still does a lot of damage. And just he requires a lot of, like, all the masters of Sinclair I see have always done very well with him. Page B. Ult is crazy. She's just a very hard character in my opinion, but her impact is like very, very good. Ivy, B tier. I know that everyone's like celebrating about the gun Ivy and everything, but I think the siphon bullets hit her so hard for a nerf. Mirage, B tier. His laning phase kind of fell off a lot more with the QSR nerf. It hit him very hard because he was also a very big abuser of that. GT, A tier. I think this character is really good now compared to everything else. He just does a lot of damage. So it's still very scary against this ARAMs and Mo and Krill and everything like that. Lash, A tier, very short cooldowns. Still pumps insane damage. Has probably one of the best teamfight ults to like actually change everything. Kelvin, S tier. Dome's just fantastic for literally all these characters in here. Also, he just does a lot of damage too. Regenerating all this and making this enclosed space, it's so good for them. BBOP, S tier character with when he got his little buffs, it like mattered a lot considering a lot of these other burst characters kind of like got nerfed. And also he got his scaling increase, and with weakening headshot being a part of his new build now, he just does so much damage. It's crazy. Paradox, S tier. Swap just has no cooldown. Wall does a bajillion damage. It's like always a guaranteed kill. Warden, kind of B tier. His ult Warden isn't as good with that spirit nerf and everything. Kind of gun Warden is kind of what everyone's leaning towards, but it's just not as good as it used to be. Drifter, B tier. Not absolutely crazy or anything. He still is like very, very strong, I'm not gonna lie. He can still do insane damage. His ult for obscuring the vision of everyone is actually really good. Mina, S tier. Probably one of the best M1s in lane, and literally has crazy farm, and her ult is really good for melting tanks. Or objectives, obviously, because those things will actually just disappear. 7, S tier. Character, I mean, he can literally farm. He can lose lane. He can literally just be like a millionaire somehow. And his ults just always change everything. Pocket, S tier. He literally, his affliction also just helps with melting all these chunky people. Also very hard to catch and really good jungle clear. And yeah, I think this is probably what I'd rank everyone here. This is not in like any order, so obviously Shiv wouldn't be the top. I'll probably do Mo and Krill as probably the top of the top, and then Para. For A tier, probably Geis is number 1. Wait, Billy should be S tier, by the way. Forgot to put him up there. Yeah, that character is like very, very broken right now. Anyone else? Nope, that looks like that's it. Alright, that's my tier list for current meta.